is Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, and I am back today with episode number 17. Today's Thursday, July 14th, and I'm glad to be back. I had a lot of stuff going on last week, and I didn't feel like I had too much stuff to show, so I decided to take the week off. And then today, when I was gathering my things, I realized I have a lot of stuff to show. So hopefully you will grab something to stitch or a notebook, pen and paper, drink, and join me today. So first, I had a couple things I wanted to just, again, say thank you to the new subscribers, to those who are returning. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments. I was really interested to read the comments last week for the question about what was your favorite part of the video. And I felt like there was an overwhelming amount of people who said that they enjoy the whip section of the video. So I found that really interesting. And I like to have a lot of whips to show. And as you can tell, I like to start a lot of projects, so I don't have any problem with that part of the show. But I'll show you kind of also this week what I have been doing. I have been stitching Christmas, but then I also have stitched a couple other things, and I think I might have an idea how I want to plan my next coming months as far as what I'm working on project, like with the size projects. So I'll kind of go through some of that today. I also wanted to say that I am going to the Brick City Bare Bones retreat at the end of July. So it's like 2 weeks from now, and I'm really excited about that, to have a couple days away to stitch, go to the store, hang out with people that I don't normally get to hang out with. And I'm really excited about that, and to use my stitching mat, which I have in the back. And I also wanted to let you guys know I am working on creating a pattern for that, and I need to test out the measurements, because when I made the mat, I just started with the stitching and I just started sewing things on. I wasn't using a pattern of any sorts or measuring anything. So I have gone back and I've measured everything out. I want to cut it and try to put it all together again to make sure it works. And then I will be creating a pattern and putting that out. It will probably be a few dollars PDF, and I will also have a tutorial on YouTube. I'm thinking, which don't hold me to this, that I will have a tutorial showing you how to do steps, but then you'll need the PDF in order to know the measurements of the pieces for the mat. But I'm still working on all those details. I haven't forgotten, for those who have asked that are interested in the measurements. I'm still working on that, and hopefully in this coming week I'll be able to do a little bit of sewing. But I was focusing on stitching this week because that's what I felt like doing. So it's all what I feel like doing, since it's all for fun. So that was the mat and the retreat. And then also in October, I did sign up to do Friend Stitch, and I'm attending the AM session. So if anybody else is attending the AM session. And then in January, I, along with Jody, who is at Simply Kids Ocala on Instagram, we are going to the Primrose Cottage, or it's the Annabella's retreat with Primrose Cottage. And I'm really excited. I know she is. And I'm excited to meet the Primrose Cottage girls, and also Elaine and Barbara Johns. So, if anyone who watches is going to any of those things, comment below and let me know, and I'd love to meet you as well, and put a name or put a face to the names that I read on my comments or just on Instagram. So I just wanted to put those things out there. And then I wanted to go ahead and get into my finishes. And I have one finished that's a sewing project. And then I have one finished cross stitch, but I haven't fully finished it yet because I'm still debating what I'm going to do for the finishing for the piece. So my first fully finish was, and I hope, I'm gonna scoot back a little bit. I hope you guys can see this whole thing. I posted this on Instagram. This is, this is the whole piece. It's the same material that I used for my stitching mat. And it is it goes over the couch like this. And it has pockets. This is the pocket. And I have my little label on the inside. And then this is the pocket I like to put towards me. This is a short pocket to stick your scissors in. And then I have another pocket for whatever. A pocket here. This is batting, so you can stick your threads on here. You can hook your floss to there. These are both, there's magnets inside. I hope I'm getting this in the thing. There's magnets inside here, along with needle minder, other magnets that you could put other places. And then over here, like I said, there's just the one pocket. But I thought that this was really fun. This is partially an original design, partially I just took like bits and pieces from another pattern that I had found, just mainly for the length of the like entire measurement, because I wasn't sure how big to make it. And then I added the pockets to it. But that's another piece. I potentially would make a pattern for that, but if I do, that's in the future. Right now I'm focusing on trying to get something on paper for the stitching mat. So I also, while I was making it, I had enough to make an extra, and I sent another one to another stitchy friend, and I'm sure she'll share it or post something about it. So that was my fully finish, and that was last week. I was working on that. So that took up a lot of time, and then I didn't feel like I had as much stitching. So that's why I waited. My other finish of my stitching was this. This is Matilda Sews by Chrissy, finally a farm girl. And this is her piece, and she finished it with, this is an embroidered piece of fabric that Chris Leedy gave to her to put on the bottom. And I am potentially going to, I think I'm going to make it into a pillow like this, but I think I'm going to put my name, I have an embroidery part to my machine, and I think I might put it on the back of my piece. But I am still trying to decide that, so that's why I haven't finished it. But this is my piece, and I made this to go, on my bag, which I'll show you in a few minutes. That my retreat bag that I got from Creative Country Girl. And on the back, I am planning to use this fabric. So that's where I got, let me hold it up together. That's where I got the inspiration for my colors, because I did change the colors. So here's the fabric with the piece. And this is 25 count 25 count overcast by Lori Holt. And again, I will put the colors. Some of them I changed and some of them I didn't. And then another thing I wanted to show is on the spool of thread, you were supposed to do regular cross stitches. But I have a little bit of a mess up at the bottom on my fabric part, the white. And I wasn't liking how my crosses were looking for my spool of thread. So I decided to do straight satin stitches on mine, and it gives it like a really cool texture. So all I did was I looked up how to make a satin stitch, and it's really easy. I had never done it before, and it was simple to do, but I felt like it gave it something else. So my thought for finishing is to cut it down, obviously, and then I'm either going to make it as a pillow, or I'm going to use sticky board to make it similar to my ornaments with this on the back and then this on the front, and then embroider my name on some fabric here to go on the back. So I'm still working on that. I haven't decided, which is why I haven't fully finished it, but I will have it fully finished to go on my retreat bag for next video. So look for that. And then let's see, my notes, that was all my finishes. So my whips, this was my whip from, let me look, here's my board. Last week. So if you recall, my plan, which I semi have stuck to it, it was to pick from my basket one large Christmas project for each week. And then I would focus on that for the week. And I had a couple smaller things that if I wanted to work on something small, I could. But that's where I veered, is I worked on a large Christmas piece, but then my smaller piece was my Matilda mouse. And then this week I actually have two smaller pieces that I decided to stitch on. So I'm liking that flow where I have one big piece, whether it's the same piece continuing, or like last week I worked on one big piece, and then this week I'm working on another big piece, and then I have some smaller projects, because the larger projects, such as the Noel sampler, which is what I chose last week, I am not going to be finishing this in 1 week's time. And the smaller pieces, it's going to take me a little more than a week, but it's probably about 2 weeks and I can have that finished. This is going to take me a lot longer than that. So in order to satisfy my need to have a finish, to keep me kind of motivated and finishing and things like that, I want to fit in some smaller pieces amongst my larger pieces. So that's kind of my flow that I think I found that I like, that kind of organization. So that's all of that to be said. This is what I worked on last week. And this is as far as I got. I am using all the called for DMC exactly where it is. And this is 32 count Winter White by Seraphim. And I love it. I am using 2 threads over 2. And I really do like it. I was contemplating using 1 just so it wasn't so thick. But I decided to use 2 and I really like it. So I love this piece and I really want to get back to it. And you can see my hoop marks. I have on the 32 count and 36 count, I've been putting it in a hoop. And then I have been able to do the sewing method, and that helps my stitches to lay flatter. And then it also helps keep my, I'm still able to go quickly, because I think that the sewing method helps you to, it just goes a little quicker. So I've been working on that within the hoop and I really am liking that. So that was my main project from last week. So that I will put to the side, and I might pull it back out this month, or I might wait and do, I think I'm going to do Sampler September. So I will probably pull that back out because I really like that. And that was a Sal that Stitchy Linda and Chrissy finally Farmgirl, and I'm pretty sure their friend Martha, her Instagram name is escaping me, but they're all on some other Sals I'm participating in. They did that as a Sal before. Linda finished hers, Martha finished hers, and Chrissy's still working on it. So I think she was going to pull that back out too, but I love that piece. So then I worked on the Matilda mouse, got that finished, and that was like my small piece last week. So then over the weekend, I don't know why, I just was feeling I wanted to stitch something fall, even though it's like 100 degrees here. So I pulled this out. This is Be Ye Thankful by Brenda Gervais. This is one of her new patterns. So cute. And it's stitching up really quickly. So I'm using all the called for colors. And let me get my board. And I still have it in the hoop because I was working on it. This is 32 count, let me see, Old England by Nicky's Creations. And it was like a random piece of fabric that I found at my L&S Needle Arts in Altamont. And I thought this was the perfect color. So, and I'm not using the called for colors. I'm sorry if I said that. But I will list below what the called for color, or I'm sorry, what colors I am using. What I did is I pulled colors from my stash that were close to the picture. So this is as far as I got. I still have the pumpkin here, the house, and then the words, and the rest of the border, and then it's done. And this is stitching really quickly. And this one, I'm using 2 strands. So far, if I've done 32 count, I have stuck to doing 2 strands. And then the 36 count, I've been using 1 strand. Which, it's funny because I never thought I would, and this is in a Dot Dot Goose bag from last year. I love this bag so much, which is kind of what's making me want to work on the project is the bag. But I never thought I would be stitching on 36 count. I enjoy stitching on it because I can use 1 strand, nothing gets tangled, everything lays flat. So I've really been enjoying stitching on it because I can use 1 strand, and I really feel comfortable using the hoop to do the sewing method, so it helps me to see the holes. But I just thought that was interesting. All right, this is my next. So I was working on fall, and then I wasn't ready to get back to a big piece. I wanted something small, and I had this, and I was in the mood for Americana, but I didn't really want to start a really big piece. And I have another, I did not start this, but this was part of my haul, and this was what I really wanted to start, but I felt like, this is God Bless America by Plum Street, but I felt like this was going to take forever, and I was not going to be able to get this done before I wanted to switch out of Patriotic. So I waited on starting that, used some self-control, and pulled something out that I already had floss and things ready to go. So I pulled this book back out. I already finished the spring one, so I decided to start the summer one. I had a really small start, and I didn't really like the fabric. It was the house that I had started on. So I decided to change my fabric, and this is 36 count Boston Tea Party by Legacy Fiber Arts, which I'm really enjoying their fabric. Sue is who dyes it, and Treehouse Fiber Arts sells it along with Happy Little Stitch Shop. And right now, Happy Little Stitch Shop has pretty much all of the colors and all of the counts in stock. So if you're interested, I'll link it below. But this is Boston Tea Party, and I hope you can see the color. It's really pretty. But this is all just from like the past 3 or 4 days that I was able to get this done. So I am coming right along. I need the flag, a little fill in here, and then the other side, and finish this, and I should be done. The one thing I am interested to see is, I do like the little tag, but I don't know if it's gonna fit on this, because this is 36 count, and it calls for 40 count, which you do either 1/2 or 2/2, and so it becomes 20 count. So I will be interested to see if my tag fits or not, but I love this, and I really want to get this done for this year. And I'm not doing them all on the same fabric, because I'm not planning on ever having all 4 of the pillows displayed at the same time. So that's not a worry to me. but I do have a record of what I used. So I will link Happy Little Stitch Shop and Treehouse Fiber Arts and the Legacy Fiber Arts fabric, because I have been using that a lot and I really like the feel of the stitching on it. Is awesome. It's a really good cloth. All right. Oh, and then back to the Be Ye Thankful. I didn't start it, but and I think I left it downstairs. Bittersweet September, which is by Blackbird Designs. It's in the autumn book that they put out. That one has similar colors to the Be Ye Thankful, and so I went ahead while I kitted Be Ye Thankful up, I kitted that up too, so that they would have colors that were close together, because I want to put those together in a bowl or somewhere when I put my fall out. So I went ahead and got that together. All right, and then my whips that are stitch alongs. My first one, which I have in my haul, more charts to show you guys, is the Flags on the 4th, which is by Primrose Cottage. And this is her, Lindsay's, let me find the paper. Of course, I don't have the main paper. This was the design that she showed for her hashtag Flags on the 4th. And then these were the other patterns that are in that. So it comes with this one, and then it comes with all of these. And this is the one I started. And it is here. And let me tell you the fabric. This is 28 count Affogato by Fiber on a Whim. And I just have a really big piece. And I decided, she had the star was gold, and I decided to do it in white. And then I just have a small little start. I did start this on the 4th of July. And I am using these colors. I don't know if I can hold them up or not. From Aurifil for this piece. And they are, the white is just a white, and then the others are coming from these two boxes. And I'm just going to pull, sorry, let me find, oh, here it is. This is the one box, Rosa Rubino by Suzanaki, and then this is Indigo by Wendy Shepherd. And I'm using them for another project too, so I have all this in a bag together. But I'm pulling reds and blues from these, and then I have a white, and I have like a couple different ones, and I'm just going to mix and match as I go, stitching the flags. And I do have some other flag patterns in my haul that I'm gonna add to this to work on. So my goal before August 4th is to finish that one flag. And Lindsay's goal, or her theory, which I like this, and this is what I'm trying to do also, is that the 4th of each month you'll start a new small flag pattern. So by next 4th of July you will have 12 small flag patterns to go in a dough bowl. And then in addition to that, I have some other larger flag patterns that I either have already stitched or I want to stitch, and I would like to find a place that I can display them all the time. So I'm still working on that, but I'll keep you posted on what I figure out. I know Chantel from 141, she has a cupboard that she's going to do her display in. So either I will do something similar to that, or just have a table of some sort. But I would like to keep that out all the time. So that was my first stitch along. Then also on July 4th, I had this pattern already, and Chrissy, finally a farm girl, and Annie, the proper stitcher, they were starting a sale because they purchased, well, Chrissy already had it. Annie purchased it at StitchCon, which is Nottingham by Kathy Barrick, and I already had the PDF, which you can also get the PDF from Kathy Barrick's Etsy shop, and I will link that below. But they're starting a sale on July 4th for this. And I love the colors, and I wanted to stitch it. And one thing that I was talking to Ginger Scholl on Instagram, and we were just talking about sales and projects. And the thing I like and why I feel like I keep joining in on the different stitch-alongs, or some people call them start-alongs, which is what I feel like it is in my case, is the community. And people are stitching the same thing you are at the same time. So even if you're falling behind or whatever, if someone posts a picture or talks about it, it kind of motivates you to pull your piece back out and get it going, which is also why I feel like the whip portion of the Flosstube videos is so popular, is it gets people thinking about what they already have, either if they've started it or maybe they have a pattern and they want to start it. So I just thought it was interesting, and I like thinking about these these kind of things. So that's a whole nother topic, but I started this with them on the 4th of July as well, and I love my progress. I posted this last night. This is on 36 count popover by Legacy Fiber Arts, and this is my progress so far. I love the colors on here, and Sarah, who is part of Stitchy Friends, she helped me decide which fabric to use, because I was between this and I don't remember, I think the other was maybe a bluer color, and she said, oh, this one is perfect. So these are the colors, if I can hold it up, that go with this, and they're so pretty. So I have that, and then I want to show you this too. This is fun. I have loved and own one of Rika's bags, who is House of Stitch and Stash, and I was able to get one of her new little cases when she posted them with the Blackbird fabric, and that's what this is in. So it's so pretty, and on the inside it looks like this, and it ties at the top, and then it has one handle, and it's the perfect size. And I think this was the small one, and I'm pretty sure she closed the pre-orders, but if she releases another release of this style, it's the perfect size. So I highly recommend that. And that was the Nottingham sale with Annie and Chrissy. And then my next one is, this is with Chris, who is the Camping Stitcher on Instagram and YouTube. And she is having a big birthday at the end of the month, or sometime in the month. I don't even actually know the day, but happy birthday, Chris, for when it comes. And she started, what is it? Consider the Lilies, and which is a big project. And so she wanted anyone who wanted to work on a big project to join in on her sale, which is hashtag BAP for BAB. And so this is what I chose, which was Anna Infidel, and I've been wanting to stitch this for a long time. It's so pretty, and the border is gorgeous. And I have a really small start on my big project, but this is on 32 count winter white, again by Seraphim, using 2 strands of floss, and I love this so much. I cannot wait to get back to it. And I'm just using the called for DMC. I thought about getting the silk, but this project calls for a lot of colors, and I haven't stitched enough with the Aversois silk to really know the difference for myself, and so I didn't really feel like I I felt like that was a lot of money for me to try it. So I would like to try them at some point, but maybe for a smaller project. So that was that. And then my next, and I think this is my last stitch along and project, is tomorrow, which is the 15th, and this video might go up tomorrow. It depends on how quick I can edit it and get it on YouTube. We are starting, and by we, I mean many people, but Linda, who is Stitchy Linda, and Martha, they started, and I will link this below because like I said, I can't remember Martha's Instagram, and I want to put her because her and Linda are who started the Sal. Among many others, Chrissy, Ginger, Sarah, I know is doing it. Chris, I believe, is doing it. And lots of other people are stitching Live on Little by Plum Street Samplers, which let me take it out. And this is so pretty. A blue house with the water and everything. So of course I had to join in on this. When I saw this posted, even before it was a Sal, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to stitch that. I love the blue house, which, you know, I'm stitching also, This Is the Day, which is the pink house. So my blue house, my pink house will need to go together. And so I am stitching this on 36 count Dunes at Dusk. And the stitch along starts tomorrow. But I decided instead of stitching a big Christmas project this week, I would go ahead and get started because I couldn't resist. So I have a little stitching to show, and I started already. So I'm using all the called for colors on this. So pretty. And then, because I'm extra, I did order a project bag, which it's not here yet, from Joyful Stitching, which I'll show you another project bag by her in a minute, that is nautical. But then I also went a step further, and I wanted to make some floss tags. So I made these floss tags with a special little floss bling. So I am going to make some of these for giveaways and gifts. I'm not going to sell them, but I will have some for giveaways. And then these are the other, I'll just go ahead and show them. These are the other two floss tags that I made as well. So cute. But, so those are in my thing, and I'm waiting for my bag to come. In the meantime, I have it in this beautiful, Painted Leaf Co. bag. This is, and then it also came with this awesome, or I bought this with it, but I thought that was so pretty. And, I'll link them below. This is Sarah, who's with Stitchy Friends. Her mom and her sister make these bags, and they sell them at Keepsakes and on Etsy, so you can pick those up. But Live on Little, and this, getting back to my stitching that I was telling about, the Sal is hashtag Live on Little Sal, and I have a post about it with everyone in the post, along with, I'll link it below too. So if you want to join in on the Sal, or you want to follow the people or follow the hashtag, you can do that to see everyone's progress. So that is all of my Sal, or all of the Sals, whips, all that fun stuff. So next I wanted to show my haul, which I feel like have some fun things. So the first one, which I already showed you, was this, God Bless America. And I love this. I really want to stitch this next year. Actually, Chris, the camping stitcher, is working on that right now. And she said that the house is no joke. So that's also why I wanted to wait, because I really didn't want to start it and then not be able to finish it. And then I love this. This is by Shakespeare's Peddler, and I just ordered the PDF This is called Fanny's Flowers, and it's a reproduction. It's so pretty. So that's a PDF I got. And then this was Lizzie Payne from Sambry Stitches, and this is, all of these are PDFs, and I just printed the cover photo to show. This is called Lydia Phelps, and this is by Crossing Centuries, and I found this from Brenda and Laura on Flosstube, and she said that the person who makes the I think the Ohio baskets, which I have one of those too, they're doing reproductions. So I got that. That was PDF. And then, oh, these are from Mama Loves You GB, Susanna Eccles. And there's a couple places, I bought the PDF from her, but the Attic is selling a kit with silk conversion. And then I believe she was talking to somewhere else that they were going to sell the paper copy also. And then this is a new one. This is Mary A.G. Small, also a reproduction by Mama Loves You GB. So just a few patterns to work on. And then these were from, I know this one is from Primrose. I ordered that from them. This is Bent Creek, and Lindsay was showing this. It's called Blackbird Sampler, and I really want to work on this for the fall. I thought this was pretty, and I think she's working on it too. And then I was really wanting to work on this. This is Hello Summer, but I've run out of time. Molly from Linens and Scraps was working on this, as well as a couple other people I've seen, but I love that pattern. And then this was a club that I joined with Silver Needle, and it is called A Little Help from Our Friends Stitching Circle. And this is the pattern for this time. She has different designers, and I believe they're all small pin keeps. And this is the pattern. It's from Drawn Thread, this the Summer House. It's really pretty. So it comes with fabric, and then also it comes with all the floss and everything you need to make it. So I will probably not make this year, but I am going to put it with my summer things. So if I feel like I want to start something, I can. And this could even go into like August, September, because it has sunflower in it. But I thought that was really pretty. So this was part of a club that I am in. And then I got these two. Actually, let me show these first. This is another one of the new Brenda Gervais. Somebody stitched this already, and it's so small. It's so cute. And then I got this, Miss Bingley's Library from 123 Stitch. I'm on a Plum Street Samplers kick, so I've like everything Plum Street Samplers I've been loving. And then this one I saw on, who was it? Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching. She showed this and she said how pretty it was in person. And I found this on Fat Quarter Shop. Ann Roberts, and this is by Hands to Work. The picture is really blurry, but I can only imagine how pretty it is. And she was raving about it, so I went ahead and ordered that. And then these are the patterns I got that are to go with my flags. I was talking about some of these last time. And all of these I got, actually I don't remember where, I think they came from Hollis Hand Creates. So the first one is, yes, it did come from Christine. So this is Flag by Heart and Hand. Thought that would be really cute in the dough bowl. And I will probably stitch the entire piece for the flag piece. And then this one, which is just the little piece. And actually Lindsay from Primrose, she already stitched that little piece. So I will do that. Here's Hollis, or Christine from Hollis Hands Creates, she sends this every time. And then this is the pattern Old Glory that I was talking about. So I am going to take, I don't know if I'm going to stitch all of them, but I'm going to take each flag out of here and stitch them to go into the dough bowl. But I thought that was a really good idea, to take flags from this pattern and make them into smalls. So that is, and even like just this, these stars right here, that would be pretty. Those 4 stars. So those are all going to go into my bag with my flags on the 4th, and I will be working on those. So that is all of my haul. Oh, I almost forgot the best part. First of all, I don't remember if I showed this, and if I didn't, I wanted to show it. So Joyful Stitching, who I was talking about, I got the bag for my Live on Little that I'm waiting on. I ordered this bag from her. This I ordered for my This Is the Day, which has pink house. So she had a bag that had pink houses on it. I thought it was so cute. So that's the bag. It's really well made. And then she also sent with it, and this is a choice, you can pick. It's a little bag for notions, and then it has the floss. And I was waiting to show this, and then I think I hadn't worked on the project, and so then I never showed the bag. And then I bought another and remembered I never showed it. So I will link her below. This is really well made. I highly suggest. I will never talk about a bag I've ordered if I don't back up the quality. So if I'm mentioning it, then the bag is of high quality. So this is the best part, almost the best part. This is a good part too. This was actually, I'm gonna wait and show this. I got my Starlight Stitching Clutch Club. I don't want to show it because it just showed up today, and in case you haven't seen it. The clutch in here is amazing though. So if you are not in the club, I would get on the waiting list. She has a sale tomorrow. I'll link her shop below. That was awesome. I want to wait and show it though. So this, Tammy Blaylock from Creative Country Girl, she went to StitchCon and she had showed, she made a bag for Zan, who's Crazy Band Lady Stitches, a retreat bag. And then she also made one for herself. And then while she was there, she posted if anyone was interested in buying one. So I messaged her and was asking about it. And so I picked out my fabric, and she made it. And I messaged her about it, or I'm going to ask her, and I'll put the information below, how to get in touch with her about making them. But it is amazing. It is with Lori Holt fabric. This is the bag. It is so pretty. It is so well made. This is the inside. And inside it has a pocket. And this is really hard to show, but this is the inside, a big pocket, a big inside. And then it has 2 small pockets here. And then on the front, it has a zipper pocket, and it has another pocket, has 2 side pockets, another side. It has a back pocket along with a piece that can go over top of your luggage. These handles. And then it has a strap with the shoulder pad. So if that was not enough, she had some extra fabric. So she made some bags, which are so cute. And this bag, and this bag, this is different fabric. But I love this bag, all these hoops. And then she made a little stitching mat to go with it. It matches. Oh, this is a whole magnet piece right here, which is awesome. Let me take this off. And this is just a needle minder with the Lori fabric. And then this is a great idea. This is a giant piece of metal to have for the magnet. Or maybe it's a big, I think it's a big magnet. So then the needle minder will stick to it. And then this is also a great idea. This long piece of thing, it has a little clip so you can clip your scissors to it. So if this is laying on the table, you have a long ways that your scissors can go. So I thought that was great. And then this is just felt to use. So I love this. I think it's a great idea. And it all matches together. So thank you so much, Tammy. And I'm going to link her below for, I believe she is selling them. And she had one posted the other day, I know, on her Instagram. So, but I'm going to talk with her and see if she's taking orders or she's posting them or how that's working. Tammy Blaylock, Creative Country Girl. And I have other bags from her as well that are awesome. So I highly recommend her craftsmanship. And I love the Painted Leaf Co. bags, Michelle Lee quilts. I showed Rika, Goose. So I think I've gotten maybe one bag of all the bags I've gotten that really I wasn't a big fan of, but everything else I've always thought that the craftsmanship was amazing. I make bags too, and so I know how much work it takes to make the bag and how the love that goes into it. So I really appreciate that, and I'm so excited to use my retreat bag for my retreats. So let's get to giveaways for this week. Thank you again for all the comments, for posting. I wanted to show the giveaways from last week. So the winner from last week for this one was Debbie K, and that's your YouTube name. So reach out to me at sweetwaterstitcher@gmail.com to send me your address to claim your prize. And this was the next one, We Santa 2020, and your YouTube name is Beth S, or Beth S. So that was that. And then the last one, which was this, the Reindeer Pdf. The winner of that was Maureen Moore. So Maureen, if you can just email me your email address or where you want it to be sent, and I will have Deborah from the French Giraffe send that to you. And also as a reminder, I don't know where I put it, the French Giraffe has her free PDF for the month, which is the lemon wreath. Go on, and I'll link her below again to her at Instagram, and you can sign up for her email, and she will email the free chart to you. And then one more from last week, Gloria Rickley, who won number 4, which was the summer bag. I haven't heard from you. So Gloria Rickley, I will give one more week to respond. And if I don't hear back, then I'm going to put it back in the giveaway pile. And that was for the summer bag from last week or 2 weeks ago's video. So for this week's giveaways, if you want, let's see, for the question, I have a good one. How about, what is your favorite meal to make for in the summer or to take to a summer party. Your favorite meal or side dish to take to a summer party. And if you want to, you can put a link to the recipe or write some of it or just write what it is. And if people are interested, they can reach out for the recipe. So, you must be a U.S. resident, and I do have one PDF that you don't have to be a U.S. resident, but for all the mailed things you do, over 18, answer the question, which is your favorite summer recipe or summer side dish. Like the video and be a subscriber. So number 1 is going to be the PDF, and this is for this week. This is called Peppermint Christmas Tree Barn Quilt, and going with the Jolly July. So cute. This is from the French Giraffe, and this will come as a PDF. That's number 1. Number 2 is going to be, this is a kit from a viewer, Cat-O-Lantern by Satsuma Street. And this is it has beads and floss and perforated paper to work on. So that's number 2. Number 3, this is also from another viewer. We will do Quaker Christmas 2. This was donated from a viewer. So this is number 3. And we'll do one more. Let's see. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Number 4 is Mr. Marshmallow by Brenda Gervais. Number 4. So again, remember, answer the question, like the video, be a subscriber, over 18, and a U.S. resident. And the PDF, you can be outside of the U.S. And that is all I have for today. So I am trying to get the video posted today, which is Thursday. If I don't get it up today, it'll be up tomorrow. I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. You're getting lots of stitching done. Stay tuned for the stitching mat PDF and pattern. I will be sure to let you guys know once I have that out. I did get a light, or I think it's a light, and it has a holder to better film my tutorials with an overhead camera. So I might try to also do some more stitching with hand in the hoop videos to show, or maybe a stitch with me. I have lots of ideas, not a lot of time. So I'm working on getting those together. I still am working on the Whip Parade video. My kids being home, as many of you know, it's been really busy. So I'm trying to get stitching in at night for my own sanity, and then getting the videos posted. But I love doing it, so that's what is keeping me motivated to do it. And I enjoy hearing from you guys, seeing your comments on YouTube and on Instagram. Remember about our Facebook group. You can post in there your progress as well. It's all linked below. I will put all the links to all of the things below. And I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll be back next week with lots of progress and hopefully some finishes. Bye!